What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the CU04 YouTube channel. A very happy CU04 YouTube channel. Carlisle United 5, Braintree Town 0. My 4-0 prediction looks a bit poor now, doesn't it? Thanks, Jack Ellis. But a 5-star performance from Carlisle United. I would actually go on to say a perfect performance from Carlisle United today. I thought Braintree were poor, very poor, to be fair. I probably... That was the worst team I've ever seen at Brunton Park. I'm just going to be honest. I thought Braintree were really, really poor today. They looked a couple of steps below Carlisle United. Carlisle really sort of clicked today. But yeah, there was only one thing worse than the Braintree performance, and that was the accent coming from that away end. But yeah, Carlisle 5 stars, 5-0 win, takes us into third position, keeps us unbeaten in the National League. And I must say, I'm not going to get too excited. It's still very early days. Braintree were very, very poor. Of course, it's going to be a very positive review, but I'm not getting carried away with it. But I thought Carlisle finally looked very direct. They didn't look scared at home for the first time in a long time. We were on the front foot straight away. We were direct. We looked like a team again. I said in my 5-minute preview, I predicted 4-0 Carlisle, and I said I just want a game where we come out, we play some good football, we comfortably win the game, we settle the nerves when we're playing at Brunton Park. And we've done that today, 5-0, fantastic. We played some nice football, we controlled the game throughout. I don't think Braintree had a shot, let alone a shot on target. They didn't trouble us at all in the game. And Carlisle just seeing the game out very professionally, but also with an edge of dominance as well. Carlisle wanted... Once it was 3-0, they wanted a 4th, they wanted a 5th. We were still pushing for a 6th. Adjiboy had a few chances, but it was a really solid performance from Carlisle, and it was good to see us finally looking like a team again. It wasn't just a squad of players playing a game of football. We looked like a team. When Linney was coming off, everyone was hugging him, high fives. Of course, he scored a hat-trick. But, Jack Ellis missed a chance. And Callum Whelan's there straight away, high five. And Linney's down injured. You've got 4 players around him, helping him back up and everything. We just haven't seen that in the last few seasons. Yeah, it's the bare minimum of a football club, don't get me wrong. But it's something that we haven't seen in a while from Carlisle. And I thought it was really good. We're finally starting. You can see what team it's going to be. You can see the players looking out for each other. You can see the quality on shore. And yeah, a brilliant 100-odd minutes for Carlisle United with 80 minutes added time from absolutely nowhere. Fantastic for Carlisle United. And I was nearly the 5th official as well. A little fun fact for you. They needed the linesman had went off, so the 4th official became the linesman. The linesman became the 4th official, but they needed a backup just in case. Unfortunately, I wasn't a high enough level because I didn't stick in that much with refereeing. I didn't go for promotion, unfortunately, 10 years ago. But no, that would have been really cool, wouldn't it? But anyway, back to the game. I mean, the first thing I took from the Braintree was their number 14 is absolutely massive. But then I've got to say that number 14 for Braintree also did absolutely nothing of anything in the game. He didn't look a threat at all. It was... I expected him to cause real trouble for Carlisle United, but that's not what we got at all from their number 14. But a really bright start from Carlisle United. Regan Linney had a shot that was looping over, and the goalkeeper just tips it wide for a corner. There's some really good tidy moves from Carlisle, to be fair. Ellis was looking fantastic in midfield. Linney obviously gets man of the match, but you could have given it to Davies, you could have given it to Whelan, you could have given it to Thomas, you could have given it to Ellis, you could have given it to Harper, you could have given it to anyone in the team. It was a team of the match performance. Everybody really gave an 8 out of 10 minimum performance today. I thought it was a fantastic by everybody, but Ellis looked brilliant in the midfield, I thought. And Davis again bringing that attacking fullback from the defence, bringing that attack from the defence, which is what I do like about Davis, and I have been saying for a while. There was a brilliant ball in by Terrell Thomas, and Linney runs into space. He just couldn't find that second ball to break down Braintree, but Carlisle again just really forward thinking, really directing the game. And there was a great ball by Junior Luamba, and yes, I've just got his name right, can I just say Luamba, a brilliant ball from him. Armstrong gets the chance, and it's a great save from their goalkeeper. Callum Whelan had an effort that just went wide, and then Stephen Worm with some brilliant play to stretch the defence, really burst into that free space in the midfield, and he just sort of leaves it for Regan Linney, and Linney just looks at it and goes, I'm just going to curl this and make it 1-0 Carlisle. That's what he did. How he is so good at that Pacific shot is ridiculous, and surely other managers are looking and going, Regan Linney's going to cut in and put one into the side of the net on the top bins or whatever. But yeah, no, a brilliant goal from Linney again. What a player Regan Linney is. He's settled in really well, hasn't he? And he's 5 goals in 5 games after today. But a brilliant goal from him into the corner of the net. And then Stephen Worm breaks in a backwards header from their defender, and Worm breaks in, and he's got some silky feet to keep the ball. Unfortunately, just couldn't get the ball to Linney through. There was a real opportunity for Carlisle though. And then what I really liked about the second goal, which I don't think a lot of people have picked up on, but the ball comes over the top. Linney's in an offside position or just behind the defender, and he realises he's not going to win the ball, so he just takes a step back, and then the defender heads the ball straight to Linney's feet. That's what, just the anticipation, just the mindset and all that. You know, I'm not going to challenge the ball because I'm not going to win it. I'm just going to step back and the defender will play to me. It's exactly what happened. It falls right onto the feet of Regan Linney, plays an absolutely sensational ball to Luke Armstrong, and Armstrong gets the ball into the box. I have no idea what's happened there, but it's into the back of the net. That's all that matters for me. 2-0 Carlisle United. Fantastic from Regan Linney again. A brilliant ball as well to Luke Armstrong, and a brilliant ball across from Luke Armstrong again. Armstrong just runs. He's an unbelievable player, isn't he, Luke Armstrong? The energy levels he's got is ridiculous. But 2-0 for Carlisle United. There was a good ball in from Ellis, plays it in for Cameron Harper, and Harper with that little, driven cross into the box. Unfortunately, Armstrong just couldn't reach it. But a real opportunity again for Carlisle United. And again, what I keep saying about Archie Davies, I really like how he bombs forward from the right back. He looks really slick on the ball as well. And he gets the ball, and Gabe Breeze sort of mispunches it. He sort of punches it. He misses it. I'm not really sure what happened. He sort of tapped it behind him. And Archie Davies just gives it a little flick past the attacker and then takes it up to the halfway line. And it's that taking the defence to attack that I really enjoy about Archie Davies, and I think could cause teams lots of problems going forward this season. Callum Whelan had another opportunity, hit straight into the defence unfortunately, and then there was another burst and run from Archie Davies, takes the ball into the box with a low cross. Unfortunately, there was just nobody there to capitalise on that. And then to start the second half, Terrell Thomas has a shot from about 40 yards out, and the keeper powers it over. To be fair, it was a decent effort. Then there's an opportunity from Whelan, followed by a good opportunity from Regan Linney. Then Whelan goes down in the box, penalty given. Regan Linney steps up, converts. 3-0 Carlisle United. Game, set and match. If it wasn't already done at half-time, it was definitely done at 3-0. Brilliant penalty from Regan Linney. Just a fantastic Carlisle performance up to that point. Then there was a great ball through again. Luke Armstrong hadn't stopped running all game. He gets the shot away in what would be his last action of the game for Luke Armstrong, but it's a good save from the goalkeeper. And then from the corner, Regan Linney just runs in front post, glancing header on, back of the net, 4-0, hat-trick hero, Regan Linney. What a performance from him. He has settled so well into a Carlisle shirt. 4-0 Carlisle United, hat-trick for Linney, as I say, a looping header from the front post. Brilliant from him. Then Terrell Thomas at the back, another last-ditch block from him. He looked fantastic at the back. And then Morgan Feeney's on the pitch. Morgan Feeney heads the ball back into the box from the corner. Jack Ellis gets the shot away. Have no idea how it went in, but 5-0 Carlisle United, 5-star performance, topped off with a Jack Ellis goal, much deserved Jack Ellis goal as well. I thought Ellis was absolutely fantastic today in that midfield position. And then Ellis had another opportunity, gets past a couple of men, just puts it wide unfortunately. And then there's some great pressing that leads to Ethan Robson having an opportunity which just goes wide. Ajiboy gets a little deflection. He runs in behind. Goalkeeper just gets there, but Ajiboy looks a threat with that pace. We've seen it time and time again with Ajiboy, but off the bench he looks a real handful. And then to finish the game, Callum Whelan has another effort which just goes wide, and then Terrell Thomas had header, which scores wide as well. But Carlisle United probably could have scored 7, 8, 9 goals today. We looked absolutely fantastic on the front foot. We weren't scared of the opposition. We didn't let Braintree have any opportunities in the game. Really how it should be, to be fair, not being arrogant, but we should have been doing that against Solihull and Bournemouth Wood. But 5-0 Carlisle United, not a lot of complaints you can have about that. Obviously, it's still very early days, not get carried away with it. 2 very difficult games coming up against Sutton and then Brackley Town away before we welcome Truro up to Carlisle at Brunton Park. But yeah, fantastic Blues performance, 5-0 as I'll keep saying. But yeah, brilliant performance to end a fantastic bank holiday weekend for Carlisle. 6 points, 6 goals. What more can you ask for? 3rd in the National League. Starting to look as if we've got a team back after a terrible 2 years. But what are your thoughts on the game? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for all the support on the videos recently. It's been incredible to see, especially with being such a quick turnaround week after week. But yeah, 5-star Blues, Carlisle United 5, Braintree Town 0. Fantastic performance. I've been CUO4 and I'll see you in the next one.